Imagine walking the halls where Livonian order masters once plotted their strategies, or tracing the footsteps of star-crossed lovers immortalized in legend. A journey through Latvia's castles and palaces brings these stories to life, blending history, myth, and architectural wonder. So stay with us few minutes as we explore few of most amazing castles and palaces in Latvia. Cesis Castle. If you ever wondered what life was like in a medieval stronghold, this is the places to go. Cesis Castle, located in the heart of the Gauja National Park, offers a fascinating glimpse into Latvia's medieval past. Founded in the early 13th century by the Livonian Brothers of the Sword, this castle was a crucial stronghold for the Livonian order, serving as the residence of the order's master. It played a pivotal role in the Livonian Wars when it was besieged by Russian forces, and during the Great Northern War when it was partially destroyed. The castle's ruins, including its massive defensive walls, towers, and dungeons, are remarkably well preserved, allows you to step back in time. The nearby Cesis History and Art Museum provides further insights into the castle's history, showcasing artifacts like medieval weapons, pottery, and tools. The surrounding park, with its scenic walking paths and views of the Gauja River, adds to the castle's charm. Cesis Castle is definitely a must-visit for anyone interested in medieval architecture and Latvian history. Bauska Castle. This castle has a unique architectural blend of a medieval fortress and a Renaissance palace. Located at the confluence of the Musa and Nemunas rivers in southern Latvia, this castle was founded in 1443 by the Livonian order as a strategic stronghold to defend against invasions from the south. The medieval section, built in the 15th century, features thick defensive walls and towers, while the Renaissance palace, added in the 16th century by the Dukes of Courland, showcases luxurious living quarters and ornate decorations. The castle played a significant role during the Livonian War from 1558 to 1583, when it was repeatedly besieged and changed hands between the Russians, Poles, and Swedes. During the Great Northern War from 1700 to 1721, the castle was severely damaged and eventually abandoned. Today, the site is a popular tourist destination, where you can explore the restored Renaissance Palace, which houses a museum with exhibits on the castle's history, weaponry, and daily life in the Duchy of Courland. The medieval ruins offer a glimpse into the castle's military past, and the surrounding park provides a serene setting for picnics and walks. Turaida Castle. Located in the Gauja National Park, Turaida Castle is not only a historical landmark but also the setting for this famous Latvian folktale, the legend of the Rose of Turaida. Built in 1214 by the Livonian order, this red brick fortress served as a key defensive structure and administrative center during the medieval period. The castle's strategic location on a hill overlooking the Gauja River made it a vital stronghold in the region. Over the centuries, it underwent several reconstructions, blending Gothic and Renaissance architectural styles. The castle was severely damaged during a fire in 1776 and fell into ruin, but it was partially restored in the 20th century. The castle's true magic, however, lies in its connection to the tragic tale of Maria, the Rose of Turaida. According to legend, Maria was a young woman with a rose-like birthmark on her shoulder, adopted by the castle's caretaker after being found as a baby in the aftermath of a battle. She fell in love with Victor, a gardener from Sigulda Castle, but their romance was doomed. In a cruel twist, Maria was deceived by a jealous suitor and tragically lost her life while trying to protect her love. Her grave, marked by a simple wooden cross, lies in the nearby Turaida Museum Reserve, where visitors often leave flowers in her memory. This tale of love, sacrifice, and resilience has made Turaida Castle a symbol of Latvia's romantic spirit. Combined with its medieval charm and scenic surroundings, Turaida is a must-visit for history lovers and dreamers alike. Riga Castle. The Riga Castle has served as the official residence of Latvia's presidents since 1922. Located on the banks of the Daugava River in the heart of Riga, this sprawling fortress was originally built in 1330 by the Livonian order as a strategic stronghold to consolidate their power in the region. Over the centuries, it underwent numerous reconstructions, blending medieval defensive elements with Renaissance and Baroque additions. The castle played a central role in Latvian history, housing Polish, Swedish, and Russian rulers during successive occupations. In 1484, angry Riga citizens burned it down during a revolt against the Livonian order, but it was rebuilt by 1515. Today, the castle not only functions as the presidential palace but also houses the National History Museum of Latvia, where people can explore exhibits on Latvian culture, medieval artifacts, and the castle's own turbulent past. The courtyard and iconic tower of the Holy Spirit offer glimpses into its medieval origins, while the surrounding castle square buzzes with cultural events. Riga Castle stands as a symbol of national resilience and continuity, bridging Latvia's medieval and modern eras. Cesvaine Palace. The Cesvaine Palace is one of the finest examples of eclectic architecture in Latvia. Built in 1896 by the influential von Wolf family, this stunning palace is located in the small town of Cesvaine in the Vidzeme region. Designed by the German architect Friedrich Scheffel, the palace combines elements of neo-Gothic and neo-Renaissance styles, creating a unique and visually striking structure. The palace's exterior features intricate stone carvings, pointed arches, and a prominent tower, while its interiors were once adorned with luxurious furnishings and artwork. During its heyday, it was a center of cultural and social life, hosting lavish parties and gatherings. However, the palace suffered significant damage during First World War and the Latvian War of Independence. Cesvaine Palace suffered a devastating fire in 2002, which destroyed much of the roof and interior. However, thanks to extensive restoration efforts, the palace has been brought back to its former glory and is now open to the public. Today, it has been partially restored and serves as a cultural and educational center. You can admire its intricate facade, explore the surrounding park, and learn about its rich history through guided tours. Cesvaine Palace is a hidden gem that offers a fascinating glimpse into Latvia's aristocratic past. Rundāle Palace. This palace is often referred to as the Versailles of the Baltics. Located in the southern Latvian town of Pilsdrupas, this Baroque masterpiece was designed by the renowned Italian architect Francesco Rastrelli and built between 1736 and 1768 for the Duke of Courland, Ernst Johann von Birini. The palace served as a summer residence and a symbol of the Duke's wealth and power, featuring opulent interiors, including the Golden Hall, the White Hall, and the Grand Gallery, adorned with intricate stucco work, gilded decorations, and frescoes. The palace's extensive gardens, inspired by French landscape design, are equally impressive, with symmetrical flower beds, fountains, and a rose garden. The palace boasts over 130 rooms, and around 40 of them are open to the public. You can explore the lavishly decorated staterooms, the Duke's and Duchess's private apartments, and admire the beautiful artwork and period furniture. During its history, Rundāle Palace witnessed significant events, including the partitions of Poland and the Napoleonic Wars. After years of neglect during the Soviet era, the palace was meticulously restored and opened as a museum in the 1970s. Today, it hosts cultural events, exhibitions, and even weddings. Rundāle Palace is a cornerstone of Latvian heritage and a testament to European architectural brilliance. Lielstraupe Castle. Did you know that Lielstraupe Castle is one of the few medieval castles in Latvia that has been continuously inhabited for over 700 years? Located in the Viduslaiku region, this castle was built in the 13th century by the von Rosen family. It has been owned by the same family for 700 years, with a few short interruptions until 1939. This makes it quite unique, as many castles in the region have changed hands numerous times over the centuries. The castle's architecture is a fascinating mix of medieval stone walls and Baroque elements, including a striking tower added in the 18th century. The castle has undergone several changes and additions over the centuries, reflecting different architectural styles and periods. It features elements of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque architecture, making it a visually interesting and historically significant site. One of the most unique features of Lielstraupe Castle is that it incorporates a church within its structure. The church was built in the 14th century and has been an integral part of the castle complex ever since. After serving as a psychiatric and narcological hospital for many years during the Soviet era, Lielstraupe Castle has recently been opened to the public. It is now managed by the Pergauja County Municipality, which is working to restore and revitalize the castle as a tourist destination and cultural center. Sigulda New Castle. This is a beautiful medieval-style castle located in Sigulda in Latvia. Nestled in the Gauja River Valley, it was built in the early 19th century in a neo-Gothic style, which sets it apart from the older Sigulda Castle. The castle was built as a residence for the Kropotkin family, a prominent Russian noble family. It reflects the grandeur and lifestyle of the aristocracy in that era. During First World War, Sigulda happened to be on the front line between the German and Russian armies, and the palace was looted in 1917. Latvia's declaration of independence was followed by agrarian reform, and in 1922, the Kropotkin family lost ownership of the palace. The government gave the palace to the Latvian Association of Writers and Journalists, which began renovating it in 1923. It was converted into a writer's retreat during the Soviet era, eventually getting the nickname. The castle became known as the Writer's Castle. In 1934, the palace changed hands again, coming into the ownership of the Latvian Press Society. It was reconstructed for a second time and then gave the palace a unique national romantic interior, preserved to this day and restored between 2017 and 2021. Today, Sigulda New Castle is part of a vibrant creative quarter, housing studios and workshops of artists and artisans. It's a place where you can witness creativity in action and even participate in workshops to learn new skills. Castle of the Livonian Order in Sigulda. Did you know that this castle is one of the oldest surviving medieval fortresses in Latvia? Founded in 1207 by the Livonian Brothers of the Sword, this castle played a crucial role in the defense of the region during the Livonian Crusades. Strategically located on a hill overlooking the Gauja River, it served as a military stronghold and administrative center for the Livonian Order. The castle witnessed numerous battles, including conflicts with the neighboring bishopric of Riga and the Teutonic Knights. During the 16th century, it was expanded and fortified, but it was heavily damaged during the Great Northern War and eventually abandoned. Today, the castle's ruins, including its massive walls, towers, and courtyards, are a popular tourist attraction. You can explore the site and enjoy panoramic views of the Gauja Valley. The castle also hosts medieval festivals and reenactments, bringing its storied past to life. The Castle of the Livonian Order in Sigulda is a must-visit for anyone interested in medieval history and architecture in Latvia. Edole Castle. Did you know that Edole Castle is one of the few medieval castles in Latvia that has been continuously inhabited for over 700 years? Located in the Cesvaine region, this castle was built in 1267 by the He Bishop of Kurland as a fortified residence. Over the centuries, it transitioned from a military stronghold to a luxurious manor, undergoing significant renovations in the 16th and 19th centuries. The castle's architecture is a fascinating mix of medieval stone walls and neo-Gothic elements, including a striking tower added in the 1800s. During the 18th century, the castle was expanded and underwent a major reconstruction work to become one of the first samples of neo-Gothic architecture in Cesvaine. The building was partly burned during the Russian Revolution of 1905. Between 1906 and 1907, a household yard and tower were built in one of its corners, being the facade remodeled with its Gothic forms preserved. Originally consisting of two residential buildings linked by a stone wall, the castle is surrounded by landscape park. It is considered an architectural and archaeological monument of national importance. Today, the castle operates as a cultural center and hotel, where you can explore its historic interiors, including a medieval hall, a chapel, and a museum showcasing local artifacts. The surrounding park, with its ancient trees and serene pond, adds to the castle's enchanting atmosphere. Koknese Castle. Located at the confluence of the Daugava and Perse rivers, Koknese Castle was built in the early 13th century by the Bishop of Riga. Koknese Castle used to be one of the largest and most important castles in the region. This medieval fortress was a key strategic and administrative center, but it was destroyed during the Great Northern War in the early 18th century. The castle was abandoned after its mighty western towers were blown up in 1701, and its imposing ruins have survived to this day, even after the Pievinis HPP reservoir was flooded. The construction of the Pievinis hydroelectric power plant in the Soviet era led to the flooding of the Daugava River Valley, submerging some of the castle's lower sections. The medieval ruins of Koknese Castle are still one of the most scenic locations between the rivers Perse and Daugava. Today, the castle's dramatic ruins, partially submerged in the river, are a popular tourist attraction. Castle hosts theatrical performances, concerts, coin minting, Latvian traditional wedding ceremonies, and an unconventional custom the locals call waking the catfish. The surrounding Koknese Park, with its scenic walking paths and ancient trees, offers a peaceful retreat. Koknese Castle is a place where history, legend, and natural beauty converge. Birini Palace. Located in the Pavilosta municipality, Birini Palace is a 19th century neo-Gothic masterpiece that seems straight out of a storybook. In the 13th century, the area was inhabited by Latvian Livs. During the Livonian War, Johann Biring von Helmstadt beat the Tsarist troops of Ivan the Terrible IV, got Kolzin Manor as a reward from the King of Poland-Lithuania. Since then, it was called Birini. When Biring passed away, the manor was repossessed for several times, until the Mangden family got it. The current castle, constructed between 1857 and 1860 by architect Friedrich Wilhelm Hess for the Baltic German noble family, the von Pistolkers. The castle is perched atop a hill overlooking the picturesque Birini Lake. The castle's design features a central three-story risalet flanked by two-story wings, with 4 corner towers, 3 small decorative ones, and a larger southwestern tower. This asymmetrical layout is characteristic of neo-Gothic aesthetics. During First World War, the castle was repurposed as a military hospital, and in the Soviet era, it became a sanatorium. After Latvia regained independence, the castle underwent extensive restoration and was transformed into a boutique hotel. Today, the castle houses a hotel, a restaurant, and event spaces. It's a popular destination for weddings, conferences, and other special occasions. Odzienas Castle. Located near the town of Madona in the Vidzeme region, is a notable example of neo-Gothic architecture. Constructed around 1860 by the von Brimmer family, it stands as one of the most impressive neo-Gothic buildings in Latvia. Ancient artifacts found on the manor's estate show that Odzienas has been inhabited at least since the Iron Age 5th to 7th C. In ancient Latgalian culture, mention of Odzienas is found in written historical sources dating back to 1455. Throughout the 17th century, Vidzeme was ruled by Sweden. As a result of the Great Northern War, Vidzeme was incorporated into the Russian Empire. Odzienas estate changed hands frequently and was managed by various tenants. In 1744, the Russian Empress, Elizabeth of Russia, bestowed Odzienas Manor to her field marshal Petr Shuvalov. Later, he sold it to Major Engelbrecht Wilhelm von Brimmer. Odzienas was to remain in the hands of the von Brimmer family until the Latvian Republic's agrarian reforms in the 1920s. The von Brimmer family commissioned the construction of the current neo-Gothic structure. The building suffered significant damage from a fire during the Revolution of 1905 and was only partially restored afterward. In 2014, with the assistance of European Union structural funds, a brewery, Odzienas Muizezu Hlus, was established in the manor's mill bakery. Additionally, a small hotel has been opened within the manor complex. Today, its decaying grandeur, crumbling walls, overgrown gardens, and haunting interiors attracts urban explorers and photographers. Ludzas medieval castle ruins. This castle ruins is one of the oldest and most significant archaeological sites in Latvia. Bauska Castle was built in 1399 by the Livonian order on a hill between two lakes, Big Ludzas Lake and Little Ludzas Lake. This strategic location made it an important stronghold and trade center, controlling the eastern border of Livonia. The castle was built in the Gothic style, with red brick walls and decorative elements in black glazed brick. It had 3 stories, 6 towers, 3 gates, and 2 foreparts, making it a formidable fortress. Bauska Castle holds an important place in Latvian history, representing the era of the Livonian order, the struggles for control of the region, and the impact of various powers, including Russia, Poland, and Sweden. It's a place where you can connect with the past and learn about the complex history of Latvia. The castle played a crucial role in the region's defense and administration, but it was destroyed during the Livonian War in the 16th century. Today, only ruins remain of the once mighty castle. However, these ruins are still impressive, showcasing the scale and design of the original structure. From medieval strongholds to picturesque ruins, Lithuania's castles offer a glimpse into the country's rich history and architectural beauty. But this is just the beginning. There's even more to explore in this amazing land. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to watch part 2, where we explore lesser-known castles and palaces in Latvia. Before we wrap up this incredible adventure, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and create even more stunning videos for you to enjoy. We'll see you on our next journey. Until then, happy travels!